Hey, it's Monday and I'm MIDJA. And last week I was up in Rockhampton to present at a legal conference. And I flew up to Rocky on the Thursday night. And then on the Friday morning, I got up early, got dressed and headed down to the coffee shop at the bottom of my hotel. Now breakfast took a little while longer to come than I expected. And I was watching the time closely because I was the first presenter on. And then when I got up to pay for my breakfast, there was this huge lineup of people. And I started to sweat. I was like, oh my goodness, I am going to be late. And I started to panic. And I turned to the woman standing next to me in the line and I'm like, can you believe this? Like, there are so many people lined up. I'm really concerned that I'm not going to make this conference. And I'm speaking this morning, I'm first up, and I haven't got much time left. And she was like, that's okay. That's fine. She goes, I know where you were sitting. I know the table. How about I pay for your breakfast for you, and you go and you do what you need to do. And I was just blown away by this act of kindness. And just then the line started to move a little bit more quickly. So I didn't have to take her up on her offer, but was so grateful for it. And then I arrived at the conference, handed over my materials, took my seat, and waited for my presentation. Bill Potts, the president of the Queensland Law Society, he's up first and he welcomes everyone to the conference. And then he asked the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, Catherine Holmes, to come up and make an introduction. And as the Chief Justice stands up and she moves towards the podium, I realize that it's the woman that was standing behind me in the line that offered to pay for my breakfast. The woman that I was like, I am so busy and I need to get to this conference because I'm presenting. And I was like, oh my goodness. And I had to laugh and have a giggle. And for me, it was a wonderful reminder, this encounter with the Chief Justice, a reminder of really two things. The first is authenticity and just being yourself and being real, no matter who you're in front of, no matter who you're with, because it wouldn't really have mattered to me who the woman was standing next to me in the line. I would have had the same conversation, whether it was the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court or someone else. Would I have been as flamboyant with my arms and my storytelling? Well, look, I think so, because that's just me. And the second lesson and reminder was that of kindness. And she showed such humility and generosity and a real kindness to me. And she didn't know me. She didn't know who I was. She had never met me before. And throughout my presentation, she sat in the front row and she looked and she smiled at me. And I'll never forget that. And so this week, as you start your week, of course, you're going to meet lots of people. You're going to encounter and work with people you know. You're going to meet new people. People will serve you coffee or dinner. You'll sit next to people on a train or a bus or a plane. So remember those two things as you go about your week: authenticity and kindness. I am, I can. I'm MIDJA. Mwah. Bye guys.